The scoop. The short night in the warm August of 1916 was about to fade into another long day of fighting and death. The sun rose at the horizon like a fiery red balloon. Every now and then, machine guns were fired on both sides of the battlefield, and magnesium capsules were shot in the air to spot attacking enemies. Scott was standing in the British trench. He was a British sniper, fighting at Verdun against the Germans in the World War One. Hidden behind a few bags of sand, the sniper safely observed secret enemy movement through the field glasses which lay next to him. He was covering friendly troops during an offensive. Sharpshooter was another name, a name which was feared by the enemy. He was thin, tall, and had dark brown eyes, which in a way were similar to the color of the muddy battlefield. He had a little pistol on the left side of his belt. It was always risky to raise the sniper and fire, because the scope could flash and reflect the sunshine, which would reveal his position to the enemy. The biggest risk was still the exploding artillery shells, which could rip him into pieces if they landed right in the trench. It was time for breakfast. A little piece of bread was given to every soldier. He ate it quickly. He was very hungry since they didn't receive enough food. After he ate the bread, he took out a metal water bottle and drank a sip from it. He now took out a cigarette and lit it. This made him forget most of the experience, at least for a few minutes. He sat down to relax for a while and took our picture of his girlfriend. Immediately, some tears flew out of his eyes. "I miss you," he murmured. Right after lighting the cigarette, the alarm was yelled and silence was broken by exploding artillery shells and constant machine gun fire. The sharpshooter stood up, took the sniper in his hand, and aimed. Many German soldiers were approaching. He aimed at a German soldier in the first row and fired. The soldier immediately fell. He was crawling in the mud. Horrible, sniper thought, and reloaded. Machine guns roared and killed most of the German attackers. The sniper followed this event. In that moment, he heard a bullet going into one of the sandbags in front of him. Shell-shocked, he crouched and breathed slowly and nervously. In that moment, another bullet flew right over his head. He realized that he had been spotted. There was nothing he could do right now other than wait. He moved a bit further down the trench to a different position. He put his helmet on the rifle and raised it a bit, so that only a little part of the helmet was seen, in order to find out if he would be spotted here as well. Nothing happened. He put his helmet back on his head and the rifle over the shoulders. Using the field glasses, he slowly rose to be able to see across to the German trench. He now tried to spot the German sniper. Something flashed in the distance. The British sniper hid again safely in the trench. He took the rifle and slowly went back up. He aimed where he had seen the flash. A bullet went through his left arm. He screamed. He was injured, but this time was his chance. His chance while the enemy sniper would be reloading. he used this chance and fired. His wound was in pain. The only thing the British sniper saw was blood, which spattered on the mud behind the shot German soldier and him falling back into the trench. A headshot. The British sniper dropped the rifle and ran to a Litterfield hospital, which was located in a dugout. He lay down and the doctor took out the bullet. He was about to scream for the pain. The doctor now took iodine and let the liquid run into the wound. It burned and the sniper was about to scream. The doctor put a piece of cloth on the top of the wound. There was no time for him to relax. He had to get out and back to battle. After quickly thanking the doctor, the sharpshooter was on his way back to where he had dropped his rifle after being shot. In that moment, the British soldiers were ordered to go over and attack. The sniper was lucky. He never had to go over and attack. They followed every action during the combat. Many British soldiers were killed by machine gun fire as well. Those who survived turned around and ran back to a British trench. A soldier jumped back into the trench close to Scott's position. Scott ran to him and tried to help him to get back up. He turned him around and saw into his best friend's eyes.